I'm 24, he's 28, both undefeated. This is what the boxing world's been asking. They finally got it.
I'll never forget, lad, and you got it with that punch, the way you got up like that. I am going to have to ask you about the body shot challenge, lad. Where did that come from?
So I told my little brother, I was like, man, put on this body protector. I'm going to beat the shit out of you. I get to a moment where I am truly detached from like everything because I'm so zoned in on every detail. I'm going to humble the world.
What's happening? Chattin Pony with Paddy The Baddy. As always, let yous know we're on Spotify and Apple and all them other streaming services. You don't have to just watch it, you can listen to it. And also, we are, if you want any merch, get on the Apex website. I've told you all this before. Today, we've got a belter guest in, world champion. Introduce yourself, right?
Name's Ryan Garcia. I'm a professional fighter, boxer. 23-0, 19 KOs. And yeah, doing my thing.
Yeah, doing your thing in a big way, lad. I watched it, I think it was your last fight, was Luke your last fight, Luke Campbell?
No, my last fight was Javier Fortuna, but
well, the last one I watched of your fight, the last one I watched live, because we stayed up and watched that, lad. It was like 4 a.m. in the UK, killer. But I stayed up and watched that, lad, and I'll never forget, lad, and you got it with that punch, the way you got up like that. I was like, yeah, this fella's a fighter, you know what I mean? People call you a pretty boy and that, but when you took that punch, lad, and you got up, it was like, he's a proper fighter. He's got heart. But you got up like that. And the way your arm fell behind you, it looked like it was going to be a bad knockdown. And you just got up instantly.
Yeah, that moment was crazy. Yeah, when I got hit with that shot, kind of just... When I came to, I was already standing up. So I guess that's my natural reaction, just to...
That's what I mean, you got up quick. Like, I was even thinking to myself, take a second, though, where people, like, get up too quick and they lose the balance. Like, you just stood up and looked down and was like, let's go.
Yeah.
Got up on, like, the 4 count or something.
My instinct, what I said to myself in my head when I got dropped and I felt a little dizzy, I said, well, I've been worse drunk.
Yeah.
Literally, I said that to myself. And I was like, I'm going right at him. I mean, that's just my heart. It's my nature. So I always knew I had that, but, you know, you need a situation to prove it.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the situations where I was like, okay, now everybody could see that, you know, I really love fighting. I've done it since I was 7 years old, so I finally had a chance to get my respect in a way.
Yeah. So is that how old you were when you first started boxing? 7, yeah?
Yeah. I was 7 years old when I started, yeah.
Yeah, that's young now. So when was it when you had your first fight?
8 years old. Yeah.
8?
Right when I was able to. On my birthday, I fought.
Did you?
Yeah, so I was waiting because you can't fight any amateur fights until you're 8 years old. So on my birthday, they were having a boxing show, and I said, that's what I want to do for my birthday.
Yeah, lad, that game, that, you know, 8th birthday, just like, swerve the cake, let's just fight.
No, seriously, yeah. I actually lost my first fight, but after that, I kept winning.
Yeah, nice. So how long was you amateur for then? Because you went pro at a young age, didn't you?
7 to 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my whole amateur career. So I was amateurs for 10 years, and then I went pro at 17. And then, now I've been pro for now, 6 years? Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm 24, so I haven't done the math in my
head.
7 I could do the math.
Yeah, 7 years. 17 to 24.
Yeah.
I went pro at 17 as well. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You don't really hear of it that much. People have to wait till they're 18, but... Yeah. You were probably the same. There wasn't really anyone left to fight an amateur for me. Yeah. So I had to just go professional. Is that the same for you?
Well, no, kind of. I mean, I made the Olympic team, and I wanted to go to the Olympics, but they changed the age group from 17 to 19. So I would have had to wait another 4 years for my chance to go to the Olympics. So I just decided to go pro because you don't make money. They're taking off the headgears, so you're going to be fighting without a headgear, and... I just thought that it wasn't worth it to stay amateur.
You see a lot of people doing that now, though, don't you? Like Peter McGrail, a lad I know who went to the Olympics. His younger brother, Joe, he's just hasn't done that path and he's just went straight to professional.
Yeah. I don't think it's... Because I think the Olympic gold medal and all that, I don't think it's as valuable as it used to be.
Yeah.
Or at least...
that's
what I think.
It used to get looked at a lot more valuably years ago, didn't it? Because if you come from having an Olympic medal straight into boxing, you were going to get a big purse, big push behind you because you'd won a medal.
Now I think it's a little bit different. But I think it's better that you just go pro. Start building your brand, building your name right away, and trying to go that way. That's what I think.
Well, we're half lucky in MMA. We don't have the option in the Olympics. You know what I mean? So it's go pro or nothing, because you're not getting paid when you fight an amateur.
Oh wow, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you're not getting paid. You're just getting ticket sales on you. So say like you sell tickets, you get like 20% of the money on the tickets.
Do you still have? Do you fight with like any protection or anything as an amateur?
No, well, when I was an amateur, the rules were different to what they were now. It was a little bit more like the Wild West back then. So the only thing you couldn't do in my amateur rules was elbow. You could knee to the head. You could ground and pound, head kick, you know what I mean, all of that with no head guard on, and we just wore bigger gloves, so like 7-8 ounce gloves. But now they've changed it, so they have like the IMAF, the English Federation, what look after everything, and they said like no knees to the head and stuff like that, so you can't knee to the head anymore. So the amateur rules are a little bit different. It done us well for when we went pro, because we basically fought it, but just needed to add elbows. But say that's the only other good thing about boxing, the amateur boxing and the professional boxing. Now that the head guards are gone, it's all the same.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. They score it the same as well too now. So
I just always think of some of the robberies in the Olympics. I always think of Roy Jones Jr.
That was horrible.
Well, it makes me feel sick how he never got given that gold medal after he still hasn't got it. He still got the silver.
I know, and he deserved it. But,
yeah.
You know, he made the best of his pro career though, so that's good.
Yeah, that's it. That's what you've got. That's where you get the money, innit?
That's all that matters, really, at the end of the day.
But
that was my dream, though. I wanted to win the gold medal. So when I beat Luke Campbell, I felt good.
Yeah.
I felt like I won it.
Well, that's a lot of people's dream, as you say. But like the world title, I'd rather have a world title personally, than a gold medal all day.
Yeah, I honestly, I'd rather have the gold medal. To me, that was my dream. So I was like, dang. So, like I said, when I beat a gold medalist, I said to myself, all right, I feel like I got it.
Yeah.
Now it's all about making the biggest fights, getting that money. That's it.
And then you've just set us up perfectly there, moving on to the big fights, the big money fights. Yeah. Like, you've got a fight coming up, haven't you?
Yeah, I got a huge fight with Gervonta Davis coming up. It's going to be April, sometime in April. We already got it done, so now we're just waiting to receive the papers from our promoters and just sign it. But they already worked everything out, so the hard part's finished. So part's
done, just got to sign on the dotted line.
That's it. It was a long way.
That's what I was going to ask you about. That's the thing with boxing nowadays. It's like contract negotiations take so long. One boxer blames the other boxer blames the other, when really it's not that. Everyone's just arguing about getting stuff sorted. No one's scared to fight anyone. The paperwork just needs to get done, and it's not the boxers what do that, it's a gang of lawyers.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, especially such a fight like this where it's two different networks, two different promoters. It was very difficult to make, but I have a great advisor, Lupe Valencia, that he's able to put it together, and it wouldn't have happened without him, I'll tell you that. So we worked hard, and I made sure they couldn't say no, and that's why we're here. So
it's a fight the whole world been asking for, to be honest. It's nice to see in boxing a super fight actually being made.
Right, at the right time too.
Yeah.
We're both young. I'm 24, he's 28, both undefeated. I feel like this is what the boxing world's been asking. They finally got it. Now it's happening. So hopefully everyone tuned in on this one. Yeah,
everyone's gone to that. For years, everyone's been asking for like Errol Spence and Crawford to fight each other and stuff like that, and it just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? And now two superstars are actually getting in the ring and fighting.
That's the main difference between UFC and boxing. I feel like UFC is always making those fights happen.
Yeah.
But it's under one organization.
That's why, exactly, because we're under one organisation. You can't really start saying no to fights and like, no, I want this, I want that, because you fight for the organisation. You've already got your fight contract. You're getting paid what you're getting paid.
Yeah.
You're fighting or you're not fighting. If you want to fight, you'll fight. If you don't want to fight, sit on the sidelines.
That's true.
But that is the big difference between, like, people always try and compare boxing and MMA. I don't think you can compare them. Boxing's been going for such a long time, where MMA is a brand new sport.
Yeah, that's true. Boxing has a long history. So a lot of things been established for such long.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really change much.
No, you can't. Like another fight we've all still been waiting for, like Joshua Fury. I know Joshua hasn't got the belts anymore, but everyone in the UK still wants to see that lad, and I think everyone around the world still wants to see it.
Yeah, I would tune in for that.
Yeah, who wouldn't tune in for that?
Yeah. I feel like I'll probably go with Fury though.
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%, right? Yeah.
I'd go with Fury all day. Like
against any heavyweight.
Yeah, I was just about to say any heavyweight in the history as well.
Yeah.
I'd take him just because of his range and how well he uses it and his
how
size.
big he is.
Yeah,
Man. It's huge.
I know he'd make Muhammad Ali look small, really, wouldn't he? You know what I mean? Like all them old heavyweights, George Foreman, Joe Frazier, he'd make them all look tiny.
He definitely would make Joe Frazier look tiny.
Yeah.
For sure. Mike Tyson would look like a baby.
I know, that's it. Imagine him and Tyson, the height difference would be about this much. That would be crazy.
That would.
But it's crazy how big Tyson was, though, and he's still a unit to this day.
Know. Tyson is a beast. Wait, which one are you talking about?
Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah. I done his podcast and like sitting next to him, was just like, you are still a monster.
Yeah, I mean? He's a freak of nature.
Yeah,
I mean, for him to be that small and just going at it with all the heavyweights is nuts.
I was just sitting there looking at him thinking, you could still rip someone's head off right now, and he's about 50-something, know what I mean?
For sure.
And he could still just rip someone's head off the shoulders. His arms are still massive, lad.
Yeah, he was made to be a monster in the ring.
Yeah,
sure.
He was. But his head movement was something special.
Yeah, that was.
On his defense, something special.
Man, I think he's the only one that could pull that off, because anybody else doing that, they're gonna get knocked out.
You'd have to be like it.
You just have to be like a tank, right?
Yeah,
like,
where he's smaller as well, it probably helped him, didn't it? Looking undershots and that, and bobbing and weaving.
They're not used to somebody that that small.
But the way he still knocked people out was just savage.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, that's a nice question to lead on. Who's your favourite boxer of all time?
I don't think I have a favorite boxer of all time, but I got a couple that I look up to.
Yeah.
So I got Manny Pacquiao that I look up to, Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, like Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I kind of studied the most to see how they fought, and how they played the game. That's really who I watched my whole life growing up.
Yeah. Well, if you're a blend of them five, you're gonna be something special,
exactly.
aren't you?
Exactly.
Well, saying that the way you've just mentioned them, like, how would you define your style then? Like, would you say like would you say you're a counter puncher or an aggressive striker?
I got my own style. I don't know. I'm just a precision striker. Like, I just know how to hit people. I just envision before I go into the ring, every position that's gonna be played out pretty much, because I fought so many times. I know what position I'm going to end up in or what I'm going to be looking at, and I just kind of analyze and visualize in my mind and bring that to practice. And the moment I get in the ring, it's all unfolding. People actually trip out because I shadow box exactly the way I think the fight's going to go.
Yeah.
And then most of the time it does happen. So I would say that I'm just more adjusting my style to what's in front of me. So, like how I fought Luke Campbell has been so much different than I fought anybody else, because I knew he was a rangy, long fighter, and he didn't have as much power. So my best way to knock him out would be taking it to him, and not give him a chance to use his range. And that's what I did. I just came at him, visioned it, and I kind of actually said I was gonna knock him out to the body, because I knew sooner or later his body would start breaking down due to the pressure I'm putting on him, and then it happened. So I just pretty much, my style is whatever's in front of me. Like Tank, when I fight him, it's going to be a much different style than I fought everybody else. I plan to win that one too.
Yeah.
I don't know my style. I really don't.
I know what you mean, because styles make fights. It depends who you're coming up against, what style you're going to use. I know exactly what you mean.
I'm a chameleon. I'm just going to do whatever I need to
do. Blend into everything.
Exactly. I'm going to blend in and make sure I find a way to win.
So one question I wanted to ask you, is a question I always get asked. I always get asked, do you feel nervous? You know what I mean? So I just thought it's another one that you're a fellow fighter, so I thought I'd ask you. Because I always get asked, did you get nervous? And I'm like, no, not really. It's what we do. You know what I mean? Your heart starts racing a bit when you're walking out and that, but that's standard. There's that many people looking at you. It's bound to.
Yeah. Sometimes I get more nervous with these type of things, but I used to get really nervous where it could affect me when I was younger, maybe when I was in the amateurs or something, but I sorted all those things out in my mind, by just asking myself simple questions when I feel it may overwhelm me, kind of like, what's the truth? The truth is I fought my whole life. I know how to fight. So
yeah,
I just say to myself, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to see the same things. And then I just start focusing on the moment. So if I'm in the back room, I start focusing on how can I make, myself in the back room the best experience I could make it. And then when I start going to the walkout, how can I make the walkout the best it could be? So I kind of like just focus on the moment in time and try to make that the best. So, you know, the way I look, the way I act, you know, the music I'm listening to, how can I make this the most vibey back room I can make it? You know what I mean? So I'm always asking myself those questions just to focus on the moment. Like I said, don't let, you know, that the fight hasn't even started happening. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to worry about it. When I get in there, then I'm going to be like, okay, then I'm going to start doing my thing. So that's what I try to do.
Yeah, that's what I say. In the back, lad, normally when I'm in the back, I'll put the playlist on what we have on when we're sparring. I'll just put that on.
That makes sense.
And just get warm and flow. You know what I mean? Just...
I try to go in my mind where it's like so deep. I just want like no mercy. Like I just keep on envisioning. I keep on saying that to myself. Like no mercy, no mercy, no mercy. The moment he does something, I'm on top of it. Like I just keep on reminding myself like this man is not gonna he's not gonna do anything to me. And I think about, okay, what would he do? It don't matter. I just keep on. Like mantras in my mind all day long, just to really squeeze that out of me. So I get to a moment where I am truly detached from like everything, and it's so hard for me to come down to after the fight. I'm done, and I'm still feeling that like I don't know, I can't really explain it, but it's a certain feeling that I get where it's like I'm completely detached and I'm just like zoned in on everything.
I know what you
like
mean.
I'm on top of everything. Like if I know some man's shoes untied from like far, because I'm so zoned in on every detail. Like, cause I'm thinking like, what would he do? I'm on top of that. What would he do? I'm on top of that. And like I'm no mercy. I'm gonna squeeze this man. I'm gonna hurt him. Like some way I'm gonna find a way to hurt him. Like I know I'm gonna find a way.
Yeah.
Cause I really do want to hurt somebody. Like knock him out. Like I'm sorry, not hurt somebody, but I want to knock him out.
I know what you mean. Because I say stuff like that, but like I don't actually want to like hurt someone, but I want to finish them inside the cage or the ring.
I don't like fights going to distance. I like to find a way to really like show my dominance. Like I beat him at everything he thought he could do, and I finished the job. Yeah,
that's it. You'd always want to like
not force it. I don't force anything, but like what I do, like my pace or the way I got on top of him on a moment that he wanted to rest, and I got him at that moment. Like I just like to assert my dominance where I knocked him out.
I don't know exactly what you mean. My last fight went to decision, and everyone talks shit about it, like because it went to decision. Just because you never finished them, people have something to say.
Exactly.
So I'd always rather get the finish.
That's what happened to me on one of my fights too. Like it went to decision. It was like my first comeback fight after a while, and the guy survived. I mean, the guy was playing survival the whole time, but I dropped him and hurt him, but couldn't finish him. But people were talking shit. I'm like, man.
He ran for the whole fight.
He didn't want to fight. If he fought, he would have got knocked out. But to me, it didn't really. It helped me look at the whole 12 rounds, and I was able to now take my training and look at it in a 12-round aspect. And I was able to my training got better from it.
Yeah.
Because I was able to break down like what is the truth. When I get to the 8th and 9th round, I'll feel this way, so I should probably focus on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was able to train better from that experience. But yeah, people talk, but you're only good as your last fight, so it don't matter. The next one you perform good, they're not even gonna remember that.
Yeah. I know what you mean with the zoning and stuff as well, lad, because I feel like sometimes when I'm in the cage, I go on autopilot, and it's just. I don't even know what's happening. It's just happening. You know what I mean? My body's just doing it. Yeah. Instinct just kicks in, and I'm just doing it. You know what I mean?
There's sometimes I do go on autopilot, and then sometimes I really realize everything I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like I know I'm countering him with this shot. I know, like when I'm zoned in like that, it's a different feeling. I don't know which one's better, honestly.
Yeah.
When I'm on autopilot or when I'm on when I'm there. It's weird, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when you're driving the car, you stop realizing you're driving. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
But you're still braking.
Lola says that to me sometimes. Sometimes it's like she'll drive somewhere and she'll go, wow, I got here fast. Didn't even realise I was driving there. Like you just basically teleport where you just lose concentration, but you just drive normally.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You're still braking. You're still.
Still doing everything normally, but you're not there.
Yeah, that's mad weird.
So how many amateur fights did you have then? If you was fighting from 8 to 17, you must have had a good few there.
Yeah, 225.
That's 225. Yes, that's a lot of fights.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've been fighting so long. It's all I know how to do. That's why when I started getting like, you're not a fighter, you're just like a social media guy or whatever they were saying. It was just like, man, if you only knew how much time I fought.
If you knew how many fights I've had,
you have no idea. Just give me a moment. I'll tell you. I'll show you I can fight. You know, because I've had to hear that kind of my whole life, like everywhere, high school, middle school. You can't fight. You don't look like a fighter.
I get it. Just because of the way I look.
I know.
He's not a fighter.
That's why my whole motto for this fight is just I'm gonna humble the world. Like I'm gonna show them you don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Because that's what the world likes to do. They'll see like something on the internet and they'll judge it like they know everything. They know all the aspects. But I want people to question everything. You gotta question what you see, because what you see is not always what it is. So that's my whole motto of this fight is I'm gonna humble the world.
Nice.
You gotta start questioning things. You know.
And I have people say it to me. You know, people comment on my stuff. Oh, he's not even a fighter. He's he makes he's an entertainer. He makes stuff on YouTube, stuff like that. I'm like, I wouldn't have YouTube if I weren't a fighter. Like, that's the only reason I have that, because I'm a fighter first and foremost. Lad, it's just
the logic is not there.
The logic is not there. People aren't using
make it
their
make
heads.
sense.
Yeah,
you
they're
know
not seeing through what they're saying themselves, lad.
But there's the thing, you know, you wouldn't be smart if you didn't take advantage of you know, the opportunities you have.
Yeah.
If you're a fighter and you have a big following and people are, you know, watching, you want to start building your brand. You want to start, you know, expanding. And I think this is a great way. And you know, nobody's gonna be there for you when you're done fighting.
Yeah.
So you know, you got to do what's right for you.
You know, none of the fans are gonna pay your bills for you, are they, lad? When you're retired, lad, if you have 5 fights a year. Yep. It's that simple, lad. We've got to make our own way in this world. We
all seen that the stories of a lot of, you know, not just boxers but just athletes in general that go broke. Yeah, that's because they didn't think about the future. You know, this could all end quick. So, I think it's great that we do this. Honestly. Yeah, it is. But I am gonna have to ask you about the body shot challenge, lad. Like, where did that come from? Where did you start doing that? Yeah, I mean, I did that with my little brother one day. We were in the garage. This was when I was first blowing up on the internet. Your little brother boxes as well, doesn't he? Because he was on the same bill when you fought Luke. I watched his fight as well. Yeah. He's 7-0 now. He has a refocus in it. You know, he stopped boxing for a little bit, I think for like 2 years. But now he's back. Yeah, you know, he just had a fight in Korea. And he's 7-8-0, and he's doing his thing. So he'll be on this card as well. Yeah, nice. Yeah, so we'll put him on. But that kind of started in the garage when I was blowing up on the internet. I was like, man, I want to come up with a new idea. You know, I can't just be hitting these bags all the time. So I told my little brother, I was like, man, put on this body protector. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. And he was with it. He was like, let's do it. And I was like, all right. And no hesitation. Yeah, he's crazy. He just wants to do. He's always been the guy that wants to do like the stunts and like the backflips on everything. So I knew he'd be down to do it. And I just beat the shit on camera, and then it blew up. And then before you know it just became a thing. Like everybody wanted to do it. And celebrities started doing it. Everybody was just like on top of it. And we're like, all right, then it just became a thing. Yeah, it became a thing. All right, let's go. Who was the biggest when you done it then? Say what? Who was the biggest when you done it? Oh, my brother's friend. he was like, he wasn't the biggest because he did it, but he responded the worst. Yeah, that's what I mean. He took the shot the worst. Oh. Yeah, he threw up. He threw up. So that was the thing. He threw up off a body shot. But he was like. He was like kind of skinny, but he was like, man, you don't even hit hard. I could tell you don't hit hard and blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, man, just get on that wall. I'm gonna hit you then. And did he put the body pad on as well? Yeah, he did. He did. And I cracked him, but then he threw up like shortly after the video, which is hilarious. Who took it the best then? Who took the best one off you? Easily Francis Ngannou. Yeah, he's a heavyweight though, lad. But he didn't want to go on the wall either though. That was kind of weird. I was like, go on the wall like all these other guys. And he was like, I'm not doing that. And I'm like, okay. And then I tried to hit him. I couldn't move him. Yeah, lads. You think he walks around about 285, 290? He is a beast. There's no way I'm touching him. His nickname is the Predator, and he is like the Predator, lad. Somebody told me, it was like, okay, now his turn. I was like, man, fuck you. I saw him in the PI and was just like, he is a monster. Yeah, he is a monster. Wouldn't want to get hit by him. No. After Francis, though, he was still at the best because he's bound to take it. Like he's 280 pounds or something, 290 pounds. I would say Juju was taking it pretty good on the wall, right? Yeah. Juju Smith. Yeah. He ended up going down, but he took it pretty well. Who's Juju Smith? I don't know what that is. NFL. NFL. He just won Super Bowl. He was play for the Chiefs, yeah. Yeah, fuck him. I'm a Phillies fan. You know what? I was riding with the Chiefs, though. I had to. Well, I didn't have to, but I'm pretty cool with some of them.
It's just how it does me head in the way they just waste time.
Oh,
like that
you hated
last 5 minutes done my head in. They were just wasting time, and then like the Phillies went to let them score a touchdown instead of scoring. He slid on his knee. It's like, and then the fella with the mustache, the manager's just looking at the screen, waiting for time to give another time out.
Yeah.
Like they're just time wasting. What's going on? This isn't sport. You know what I mean? Play. Lad.
Just score and let them have a chance to score back.
Real football, lad. Like Americans call soccer. Real football doesn't have all them stupid breaks. It's just you play for 45 minutes, have a 15-minute break, and play for 45 minutes.
That's the cool thing I like about football, or how do you even say it?
Yeah.
Soccer, football. I like that there's no breaks.
Yeah. It's
just straight up
Just
go.
straight up, lad. 45 minutes, extra
time.
Then 15-minute break, and then straight again 45 minutes with the like extra time.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that idea. Like no timeouts.
Yeah,
like
that's what my
substitute them.
My American friend from Philadelphia, when he came over to Anfield Blaze, he was like, "Oh, lad, the way it doesn't stop, it's boss." You know what I mean? Like, because every American sport has timeout, doesn't it?
I don't really like timeout. Well, boxing they got a minute break, but
yeah, you need that in boxing. No, because you're trying to punch each other's face in for 3 minutes. You'd actually need it in boxing. Like I watched one the other day. There's somebody I'm not really down with me American sports, but when LeBron beat the scoring record, and they had a big timeout, and everyone was on the court getting pictures with him, they were losing. His team was losing, lad. But what are you doing?
That's just how it is.
Getting pictures with everyone doesn't work like that. When you're winning and you've won, get pictures. Not when it's like you're getting beat, lad. I watched it. I was like that. Oh my god, he's getting beat and he's getting all pictures.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was crazy.
That's like, well, what would happen if, like, say, a Messi or Ronaldo had like the goal record and they score? Would they take a break?
No, they just celebrate and go back to the middle. It's like you knocking someone down and like you've broken knockdown record and everyone going, take a break. Everyone get in here. Get the confetti out. Know what I mean? No, doesn't work like that. Know what I mean? So when I saw that, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, but where is those? Like, why don't they have like more of like boxing records like out there? They'd be like,
I know, like
who has the knockdown record?
And stuff.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah.
I wonder, probably someone like Tyson, innit? Someone like that.
Maybe.
Or someone who's had like 400 fights.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Pacquiao's probably up there. He had a lot of fights, didn't he? Marquez is probably up there as well. Because Marquez has had so many fights.
What was his name? Sugar Ray Robinson, probably.
Oh, yeah, you're right there. He had about 400 fights in the end. They were having crazy amount of fights.
Roberto Duran, he's probably up there too. Chavez had a bunch of fights as well.
Is that who fought Ricky Hatton the other week? Was that Chavez? No, different Chavez.
Who fought Ricky Hatton?
Cesar Jr., was it?
His son fought Ricky Hatton? No, I don't think so.
Barrera it was. Barrera. It was Barrera. Oh, was it Barrera? I think it was Barrera, yeah. Yeah, Barrera. And they were both like 50.
I like Ricky Hatton.
Yeah. Ricky was very good, lad. Very good. He just come up against two of the best boxers ever.
Yeah, that's like, come on now.
What's your one out? Who'd you pick out of them two then if someone said Pacquiao or Mayweather?
I was thinking Mayweather would win.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because of his style. And Pacquiao's more of a... He needs somebody to fight with him.
Yeah, counterpuncher.
Yeah, because he's always in and out, so he needs like a fighter that's trying to fight with him. But when a guy's just sitting back waiting for one counter, then it's going to be hard.
I'll be honest, years ago, I never used to like Floyd.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like his style. Because I didn't appreciate it. But then when I found out that his hands were bad and he had to change to a defensive style, I appreciated it a lot more. Know what I mean? Like
I just thought his boxing was really good. Like, no matter what, even when he fought Canelo and all those other fights when he was in his prime, I thought... I mean, I don't think he runs that much. Like, I don't know what people...
I like Pretty Boy Floyd.
Yeah, that was nice.
That he used to absolutely beat people up. You know what I mean?
He used to get hit with some hard shots, too. The people don't know. He has a chin on him. I mean, DeMarcus Corley cracked him. He was, like, wobbling everywhere.
I remember the Mosley one, when Mosley cracked him.
You know, so...
But everyone always mentions the Maidana fight with him, don't they? Everyone always mentions that.
Or, what was it? Castillo?
Yeah, it's always the southpaws with him, isn't it?
Was it
Castillo?
It's always the southpaws. Jose Luis Castillo? That almost beat him?
I think it was.
I think he beat him. He lost.
That was when he had a rematch and beat him. Was that when he had a rematch and beat him?
Yeah, he for sure lost one of them, but they gave it to Mayweather, but it's all good.
What do you think of Francis Ngannou going into boxing?
I mean, that's going to be, like I said, hard for anybody just getting into a new sport. Vice versa. Boxing, you know, somebody going into MMA, you know, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be tough for him. I know he's a one-of-a-kind athlete, obviously. That's why he has the opportunity to go in there and, you know, get a fight with some of the biggest fighters. But, like I said, these are two different sports.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't understand the little aspects of it, you're gonna be in trouble. If you think you're just gonna land a punch on anybody, it don't work like that. You know, you gotta understand, you know, the little details that can set up that shot. Even if it's just foot moving or kind of understanding the range, is probably much different than MMA.
Oh, it's very different.
Because you gotta watch out for the takedown. You gotta watch out for the kicks to the legs.
I'm glad my boxing coach shouts at me so much because of my stance.
Right.
Like,
it's different, right?
He blames that for me chin being up because my footwork bad and my stance is bad. He blames that for me chin going up. He said, it's not your chin, it's your footwork.
Yeah.
But because we do MMA, sometimes I can't get that low because if I get kicked in it, me thinking was going to go, if someone shoots in, I get tucked down.
Yeah.
Where, like, in boxing, I feel like the range is, the range is so much different.
Way different, yeah.
So much different.
And then when different positions, you know, you might be in the inside, you have to create space a different way than you might do it in MMA, because MMA, they might go into a clinch right away.
Yeah.
Boxing, they might just stay right there. So there's a lot of little things, aspects that are different. So Ngannou, when he goes into it, I just hope he gets paid good, because I don't think he beats any of those guys. I think that he could get hurt by Deontay Wilder. I think best shot, no, I think all of them could knock him out, but I do want him to get paid. So I wish the best for that. He gets the best deal.
Wilder could knock anybody out.
Anybody out there. Yeah,
like,
I mean.
That's the thing, when I watch Wilder, I watch him and think he doesn't look like he can technically box.
The only thing he knows is range on that right hand.
Yeah, like,
literally,
it doesn't look like he can actually box. You know what I mean? And I don't understand where he gets his power from, because his legs are like that. It's crazy how much power that man generates.
It's natural.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Inner strength. I tell people all the time. When you got that certain explosion, you know, you can't teach that.
No, you can't.
Like, the way I could spring off with my left hook, it's just, I don't have to, nobody taught me any of that. I just know how to, it's just something within me. Like, I just throw. I've heard people with my left hook since I was little. So I can imagine how many times he knocked somebody out with that right hand.
Yeah.
Sleep. So, and I don't have big legs at all. I have little legs. My legs are skinny. So,
you're not a heavyweight though, brother.
I know, that's
what I mean.
crazier.
You're not a heavyweight, lad. That's the difference.
But he's also like,
yeah, he's
almost
tall.
7
He's
foot,
like,
right?
yeah, he's like 6'8", 6'9", or something like that, isn't he?
He covers distance fast too.
Like, I think if he fought Anthony Joshua, I think he'd knock Anthony Joshua out.
He probably knocks out.
Yeah, I think he knocks Anthony Joshua out.
100%. I think so. Because Anthony gets hit a lot too.
Yeah.
Anthony, he hasn't been on top of his game lately. Like,
he's got a fight announced now, though, hasn't he? He's just got a fight announced.
Oh yeah.
He's fighting in.
What's his name? I forgot who he's fighting, but I think it's like a comeback fight.
Yeah, no, because I seen him. He got asked the question, and he's never answered the question like it before. Did you see the interview?
Yeah, money.
Yeah, money. I've never heard him say anything like that before.
I like that aspect of. I mean,
just
I
being
like
honest.
that. Yeah, perspective of it.
We're prize fighters.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're prize fighters.
I think it's always been that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a way, deep down, you know, you want to make the most money you can make.
You want to get paid, don't you? Especially because we're putting our bodies on the line, our brains
and been
on the
doing
line.
it for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, underpaid. So it's like about time we start making that money.
That's why I can understand why Francis has went.
That's
what
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can understand that. But it's crazy when you see some of like his boys in the UFC talking about like, oh, he done it for he needed to do it.
Yeah.
You signed the contract like 6 months ago. Why didn't you do it with him then if you're his boy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seen Izzy talking about it the other day. If you were his boy, you know what I mean? You wouldn't have signed the contract, lad, and you would have tried to do the stand with him. And never. But
how much was Francis offered to stay in the UFC? Something like $8 million?
He said he was going to be the highest paid ever heavyweight.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that must be quite high if Brock Lesnar was a heavyweight in the UFC. I know it was a couple of years ago, but Brock won't have been getting paid lightly.
That's crazy. I wanted to see him fight John Jones though.
Everyone did, lad.
I wanted to see that bad.
I've seen a few people saying hopefully Francis has like 2 or 3 boxing matches, and then Jones is the champ. So by the time he comes back,
that'd be crazy.
No, what I mean? So by the time he comes back, Jones has got the
huge.
belt and they can fight each other. But I'm with you on that. If Wilder beats him, Fury beats him,
Yep.
Anthony Joshua probably beats him unless he catches him with a big punch on the chin.
That's why I was kind of hesitant on that.
But it's not. They're not 4-ounce gloves either.
Yeah, they're not.
They're like 10. The heavyweight fighting 10s or 12s.
12.
12s. 3 times the size.
You don't know if he could carry that.
That
velocity.
carries that power all the way through. You don't know.
That's the main thing. Like when they seen Conor knocking everybody out with the 4-ounce gloves, and then he fought Floyd, it was like he didn't have power.
Yeah, it's completely different. Like I always say to people think the 4-ounce gloves is to protect you. It's not. It's so you don't break your hand.
Yeah, that's it.
The only reason that we wear 4-ounce gloves is so you don't break your hand. Because if you obviously the fight will get stopped if you break your hand.
Yeah.
So they wear the gloves to protect the person's wrists. It's nothing to the person's head.
No, that's deadly. To fight with 4 ounce, like that's scary.
When you pull them out and you do that, you go. Like my boxing coach goes, I could take over the world in these. Know what I mean?
Know,
Like
you probably feel like invincible.
Yeah, that's what he says. That he puts them on and goes like that. Chris, he just looks at his hands like that. Feels like he's Iron Man.
But that's why sometimes you watch like a UFC fight and then all of a sudden he barely touches.
Oh yeah, literally.
It
only takes a little clip, a little
clip,
one
right?
on the back of the head, little one there, and people go down.
Yeah, because I mean, there has to be a big difference with those 4s. Because if I know there's a big difference between 14 and 8, imagine 8 and 4.
Yeah. That's what I mean. And Francis is going to go from 4 ounce to 12.
That's a big difference.
That's a big difference, lad.
I think he might be underestimating that, though.
As you say, I'm with you. I hope he gets paid, lad. Cause
that's what I said.
I like Francis. You know, he's a nice fella. So it'll be nice to see him get paid. But
and if he could put up a competitive fight, even better.
Yeah. I saw Dillian White saying about having one of each. Having a boxing match with him and an MMA fight with him. But
that would be cool.
I don't know what promotion he'd do that with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't even know the other Bellator.
The Bellator's the other MMA promotion, yeah, but
that's the second biggest.
Yeah, it's the second biggest.
UFC, Bellator.
There's PFL as well now, though. That's another league. You know what I mean? That's another one. So that's big as well. And then the biggest one in Asia is ONE.
Oh, okay.
They do 4-ounce glove Muay Thai fights. Have you not seen one of them, lad? Watch
Crazy.
them. 4-ounce gloves Muay Thai in a cage.
That's crazy.
3 knockdown rule and that.
Alright, but what do you think about slap fighting?
I'm not into it personally. Like, they signed up for it, so it's on them. Know what I mean? If you're gonna sign up for it, lad, it's on you. But I personally won't be watching it.
Yeah, I think it's stupid.
It's mad, lad.
I think it's stupid.
Like,
I think it needs to be just like.
As you say though, them people are
they're
signing up for
it. But
like,
like, if people signed up to like stab each other, like that shouldn't be allowed though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
they signed
wouldn't be allowed. You're right. You wouldn't be allowed to do a show. Who's the best stabber?
Yeah,
you wouldn't be allowed to do that show.
That.
You wouldn't. That show would get banned instantly. Who's the best stabber?
I know, right? This is like when I seen that guy, his face got indented. I'm like, okay,
oh yeah, that was
stupid.
messy. The big heavyweights,
He
he won.
I know that's wild.
He won. I've seen some of the
what
ones.
do you mean won though? You can't win. What are you
both
winning?
Lost. They both lost. Nobody won.
To me, it would be like it's like gonna be up to the coin flip. Like whoever gets
to go first, yeah,
that's who's gonna win.
Because you see that a lot, don't you? I've seen it. The US, like, I want to see him in the UFC posted today. A dude who was on the Ultimate Fighter, Pena versus Nunes, the last season Ultimate Fighter, the heavyweight is in the slap fighting thing.
That's crazy.
And I saw him slap someone and knock someone out the other day. But it's just crazy, lad, how you can.
I can't believe there's rules. Like
it's defenseless. Not like you're taking a shot defenseless.
And they're like, like the guy knocks him out, but he stepped, and then he's like, oh well, he got disqualified. But since the other guy can't continue, we're gonna give the win to the guy that knocked him out.
Lad,
like, why even have rules? Just stepping.
You see some mad stuff on the internet. Like there's like MMA in a phone box. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah, I've seen.
Oh lad, just
this getting wild out here.
Makes a mockery of the sport, lad.
100%.
Does. And there's ones where it's like 3-on-1, and it's like 3 big fat fellas running at one fella who's normal weight. Oh, it's lad. Have you ever seen any of them?
No.
I swear to God. Some of the stuff you see on them Russian MMA shows is just crazy. But yeah, before we finish, lad, I have a part on the podcast, an Ask Paddy segment. Okay. So I've let everyone know you were coming on. We've got a few questions here off people. So we are. First one. Just like a question I asked before from Adam Simpson. How hurt was you from the Luke Campbell knockdown, and was Luke your toughest opponent to date?
I was, on a scale of 1 through 10, I was probably like a 4 out of 10. Kind of hurt. But I didn't really, I wasn't like out of it for more than 10 seconds.
I'd say less than that. Like,
yeah,
you got up in about 4 seconds. I bet your coaches were shouting as well. Stay on your knee for a sec. Stay on your knee for a sec.
Yeah, but I was just up. So yeah, but that was my toughest fight. He was the hardest to figure out. He was a very experienced fighter, and at that point,
that body shot though, that was just picture perfect.
That was crazy.
And then the way he screamed, you know what I mean? That was just like
that was real emotion right there. For sure.
Like the picture where you see like you land the punch, and then there's one where he's going down on his face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where he's just seething off the body shot.
That was a moment in time for sure.
Yeah, it is a bit of a mad one. Lustre 137.9. What do you want to accomplish by 30? Big fan, Ryan.
What do I want to accomplish by 30? I just want to be the biggest in my sport, the biggest fighter in boxing, and I want to accomplish everything. So we'll see. Just conquer. That's it.
Yeah, undisputed champ and that, that want to win all them belts. Yeah, Marty Wilson asks, as a young rising star, how much of a positive influence has Canelo Alvarez and other guys been for him?
Everybody has an impact on me in some way. Even, if I meet a guy on the street, everybody's going to have some type of influence in some way. I try to see the good in everybody and what I could learn from anybody. So, same way Canelo can influence me is the same way probably he can if I met him. So,
yeah.
I just feel like if you keep on looking for the good in people, you'll be influenced.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody has an impact on me.
Yeah, everyone can make some input. I always say that in the gym. Like, a little kid can show you something what you've never seen before and you could use in a fight.
Yeah, it could enlighten you some way.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Belter name, by the way, Dad Bod Jokes. Brilliant name. Ask Ryan if he ever would truly cross over to MMA.
I would definitely it would have to be a significant amount of money for me to do it. And
that's not happening in the MMA world. The significant amount of money to what he's getting in boxing isn't going to do it.
The only one I fight that I think would be a big fight is me and Sugar Sean O'Malley. I think that would be a big fight.
Do you fight at a similar? You're lighter than him, aren't you?
I think we're around the same weight.
He's 135.
Yeah, I'm 135.
You're 135 as well,
140, 135. So if any fight that would happen, it would probably be us, for sure. I mean, he talked about it, too. He wanted to fight me in boxing.
You and him in a K1 fight, that'd be big.
What's K1?
Kickboxing.
Oh, shoot. I've never...
It's like that, oh, shit.
I'm like, yo, I don't know, bro.
Get kicked in the leg.
I can't kick for shit.
My boxing coach hates it when, only messing, I'll just tap him, and he'll go, lad, what the f*** are you doing?
No, it pisses me off. Like, it's like, bro, how can I block that?
And you have a bruise immediately.
There's no way I could, you can't defend a kick. You just got to take it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could check it, but...
You check it, but it's funny, because...
Doesn't that hurt?
Yeah, it can. But it depends whose shin is more conditioned. So if you try to kick me and I checked it, because I've kicked a lot, it wouldn't hurt me and it'd hurt you.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
What I mean. So you really got to condition it too, right?
Yeah, you've got to condition them.
I'll start getting the bamboo sticks and just
That's what I mean, though. People think that it's that, and Thailand, they kick sticks, bamboo sticks and that when they're young. It's just because they've been doing it for that long. Your wrists and knuckles will be more conditioned than mine.
Oh,
definitely.
That makes sense.
What I mean? I've had 2 surgeries on this one and 1 on this one.
Oh, wow.
Where my hands are cabbaged. But yeah, another one, Stephen Graham asks, what's his best cheat meal in and out of camp?
What's my best cheat meal?
See, this is one I can't answer. I get asked this all the time, and there's too many different foods I like to pick one.
I don't even know, cheat meals. I eat everything. I don't know.
He's with me. He eats
everything. There's no a specific cheat meal. I just eat whatever, do whatever. Yeah. I don't ever drink soda though. Yeah. Even out camp. I just
See, that's what I'm
lost
bad for.
it.
I love Coca-Cola.
Yeah. When I was younger, I used to drink Coke all the time.
Yeah.
I think I stopped 21, and I haven't drank soda at all. Just bubbly water.
I wish I could do that.
Just try bubbly water. I'm telling you, it's gonna go away.
No sparkling water.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I call that Tory water. Posh people water.
It's gonna. No, I tell you, it takes away the feeling of wanting soda. I think I'm drinking Sprite. I'm just drinking it all.
Yeah, like the Queen will drink sparkling water. You know what I mean? Posh people. Yeah, it is a very good question. David Burke, if you could make the perfect boxer from parts of the best boxers of all time, who would you choose and what part would you select? Right hook, left hook, defense?
Oh man, that's just
there's too many there.
That's a lot to break down.
If it's saying chin, I'm gonna pick Marvin Hagler.
Oh, Marvin Hagler was a beast.
Yeah, what a guy.
If we're gonna say
defense Floyd,
probably defense Floyd, power Tyson. Right?
Yeah, defo.
Wait, you said that?
Yeah, who's more powerful than him?
There was a guy that...
There was ones pound for pound, like Gerald McClellan and stuff like that.
No, there was also... What was his name?
Is this the one that's got the higher knockout ratio? The higher percentage?
He was just known... Julian Jackson.
Yeah.
He was known as, one of the most monstrous punchers in the world.
Wasn't he the one that ended up getting disabled in the ring by it?
Julian Jackson? I don't think so.
Or was that him, or am I thinking of McClellan? That was McClellan.
It was McClellan, yeah.
When he fought Nigel Benn.
There's a lot to break down. I mean, I just...
Yeah, there is. There's
I
too
don't
much
feel
there
like
to break
going into
down.
my thought bank like that.
Yeah. Second to last one. Cool question might be to ask if you would ever fight in a different weight. That's from Young Dud.
Yeah, 147 I would like to fight at. against like Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence.
That's what I love about boxing, though, that the weights are nice and close. Like,
Yeah,
there's
so
too
it's not
many
that
weights,
much-
like,
yeah.
but in MMA, there's not enough.
Yeah.
It goes 135, 145, 155, then 170, 185, then 205, then just heavyweight. So
Yeah.
there's not many weight divisions, so I mean,
I
10
think
pound
I'll be my
between them.
best at 147. Well, I'll probably be my best because I'll be at more close to my natural weight. I won't have to cut that much, and I'll just be strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like 147 would be the way I would want to fight at, or heavyweight.
We'd all like to fight at heavyweight. I always say this. I'm jealous of the heavyweights when I can't
Yeah.
eat and I've got to go and get in the sauna and the heavyweights are sitting there drinking chocolate milk.
I know.
Tom
man.
Aspinall done it to me last time. I was just looking at him like,
They're
"You
so lucky,
bastard."
man. They
Lucky, though.
fucking-
Yeah, last question. Joey Henderson. This is a good one after you mentioned shadow boxing before. What are some good shadow boxing tips for beginners?
Well, for beginners, just to work on your technique and make sure that, listen to your coach and whatever he's asking. But for me, like, I try to envision the guy in front of me. So, and really kind of putting myself in a place of a position that I know that I need to work on. Like,
Yeah.
if it's in the inside or if it's a move a fighter has done on me that put me in a weird spot, then I'll work on that. So just becoming a visionary, or like really pretending like you're fighting somebody. Don't just shadow box just to shadow box, because I mean,
You'll get bad habits and stuff,
it's
don't
just
you?
cardio.
Yeah,
You know,
I done that years ago. I'll be honest. Shadow box, just don't flicking them
Yeah.
out, and it gives you bad habits.
It does. A lot of my best shots that I've knocked people out have came from me shadow boxing because of what I know the guy is doing a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I watch one of his fights and I notice a move that he likes to do, and then I really put it like in a first person perspective, and then I keep practicing a certain move, that's where a lot of my knockouts have came from, and I probably give a lot of credit to envisioning the guy actually there.
Yeah, nice. And know what? Just before we finish, like, I've got friends myself, lad. This is a question from me. Like, one of my mates, Brandon Dayard, he's fighting for an English title in boxing next week. In a few weeks. And is there any advice you'd give to like young boxers? What's like the best bit of advice you've ever got? Because as I say, in Liverpool, it's a big fighting city. A lot of boxers, a lot of MMA fighters.
Yeah, my whole thing would be, don't look just to win. Look to do something spectacular. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, just get the W," but when you're coming up, you wanna give people a reason to follow you.
Yeah.
So if you can find it inside yourself to do something out of the ordinary, look for it.
Yeah.
And really, some people say manifesting. Yeah, I guess manifest something amazing.
Yeah.
I used to say when I would go on, when I was gonna fight one time, first time fighting on TV on ESPN, I said to myself, I want to do something where I end up on SportsCenter top 10. And I don't think a boxer has been on that for a while. And then I knocked out the guy in 30 seconds, and I did it in a crazy way. So yeah, envision something amazing and try to make it happen.
Well, that's what I mean.
Add a little sparkle to your fight. Nobody just wants to come to a fight to watch 12 rounds of whatever.
People were entertaining as well as fighting.
Yeah, you want to do something special in that ring, so declare it and make it happen.
Yeah, he's good enough to do that as well, so I'll tell him that. Thank you, Ryan. But thank you for your time, fella. Let everyone know where to find you, your social medias and stuff like that.
Follow me pretty much everywhere at King Ryan. It's pretty simple. And look out for my fight with Gervonta Davis. It's going to be on pay-per-view, Showtime Boxing. We're going to do it big. I'm going to humble the world. And stay tuned for that fight. Yes,
We're
sir.
looking forward to seeing Ryan punch a man up. Just know the
Boom.
score. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next week.
Boom.